It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. We came into this one, no cap. Then we lose the dog in the first quarter. We didn't even know. Nobody even knew that the dog went out. And so backs against the wall, NBA Cup implications. We couldn't go down 0-2 in the Cup. You know what I mean? The big bodega, you got to let it fly at this point. Landry coming off the bench was phenomenal. Best game of his entire career. And we beat our rivals. They are still our rivals forever in my book. And we got them tonight. Tie the season series. 2 more to go. You go down to Miami. You try to get one. You know, they stacked the deck against us again. Now we got to go spend the weekend in South Beach, and we got to go play them on Monday. And then the final game is, I think, sometime in December. But, no, in all seriousness, you know, just wanted to see how this team was going to respond without Jalen at first. And in the beginning, you kind of saw they were trying to feel things out. They weren't getting their paint touches. It got stagnant. And on the other side, you saw why Miami came into this game 7-5. And, you know, the highest scoring offense in the league because they let it fly. You know, Norman Powell, he was an all-star in my book last year. He's an all-star in my book this year. I don't know if we're related or not, and maybe that's why I'm rooting for him a little bit more. But, you know, he's having a fantastic season. But without Jalen, to me, this was Karl-Anthony Towns. This was his game to go out there and dominate inside and outside, and he did just that from the beginning. From the opening tip-off, he set a tone, shot 2 threes in a row, then posted up Khalil Ware inside. It didn't matter whether it was Khalil Ware or Andrew Wiggins. You know, Karl-Anthony Towns dominated tonight. And you can say what you will about the Heat offense, but defensively, especially without Bam, they were a sitting duck out there. And this is why the Knicks were able to put up 140 points on them. So great job by Towns setting the tone. But then off the bench, as CK said, 75 points off the bench. You give these guys a lot of credit. Landry Shamet, you have to be very happy for him because, you know, some guys in the league, obviously they've earned their way to that top status, and whether it's all-star, superstar, whatever it is, or just consistent guy for minutes and role player. But for Landry Shamet maybe he's 27, 28 years old, you know, this is his 5th team? Yeah. And so he's a guy who, you know, didn't come in with that quote-unquote silver spoon. He's had to get it out the mud. And, you know, to see what he went through with this team last year, the shoulder injury, came back from that, finished the year very well, couldn't get consistent minutes on the Tibbs. But every time he comes in here under Mike Brown, whether it's starter, bench, whatever it is, he's always ready. That's one thing. Even last year, he's always ready to you know, do what he has to do to stay on the court. And tonight, he was just lights out. And one of the things that jumped off to me with Landry Shamet was like, all right, yeah, at some possessions, he got wide open looks and he knocked them down. But he was also hitting a lot of contested shots, a lot of contested threes. He took guys off the dribble and took them to the rim. He told Khalil Ware, meet me at the rim.
Oh, my God.
Woo. Meet me at the rim. Landry Shamet was getting gritty. So all 3 levels he had to create for himself, not just to open catch and shoot threes. So, hey, man, tip your cap to him. This was his night. He deserves it. Role player of the game for me for sure. Karl-Anthony Towns, player of the game. Those 2 guys led the way. And then lastly, I'll say Josh. You know, no cap. We needed a point guard. We needed point guard play out there. And that's what Josh gave you. He gave you a triple-double, attack the paint, very aggressive, quick decisions, played gritty. It went down. I mean, you had to hold your breath. You almost thought you lost him with the knee injury. Popped back up and finished the game strong. Triple-double for Josh Hart, 5 of 8 from the field. You know, those were the 3 guys that really led the way. Jordan Clarkson was great tonight as well. And, yeah, got the dub, man. 140 points.
That's a guy I want to talk about. We didn't even get really much to talk about Josh Hart, man. I mean,
yeah,
some of the plays that he did tonight, he could tell he was in his bag. I mean, the first one, you know, in the first half where he just gets the real fake of all fakes, the pivot, turnaround, fadeaway jumper. I mean, this guy was just feeling it. I love how he ended the game, though, with the solo out in transition dunk That was putting the exclamation point on this game. But to your point, CP, Josh Hart, like, he's just bounced back in a strong way. We talked about it. The concern of, like, all right, is this guy going to be ready? Is this guy okay? Is this guy comfortable in his new role? Doesn't matter, man. He's still getting the same amount of minutes. He's still producing. He's still a playmaker. That finger is not even bothering him. All right. He's telling everybody right now, this is why I elected not to get surgery. So I could play right now because I'm capable of dunking, shooting. It does not matter. Actually, with his broken fingers, help my shot a little bit. But hey, I like everything that he's doing right now, man. He's so critical, especially at this part where you don't have Brunson. You now don't have OG. You need a guy who's going to defend at a high level. Not saying he's a shutdown defender, but he gives you all that effort, that energy that you need. Rebounding, because Mitch is still not there with playing even close to 20 minutes yet. So he's giving you that as well. On top of that, when you don't have Brunson, you need multiple playmakers in this scenario, and he's giving you that as well. So he is your utility player, and he's going to give you so much. And this is a critical time for the Knicks where if you have no idea how long Brunson and OG is going to be out for, he is so pivotal for this team and their success. CK and I were talking about these next 12 games. We both predicted 9-3. That the Knicks can go over, even without Brunson, if OG have to miss that long of time.
Yeah.
But I think this team's got enough talent. And when you're watching how Mike Brown is deploying guys, having the multiple playmakers, different guys initiating the offense, allowing everyone to create for themselves with ease, I think it gives me a lot of confidence saying that this team can replicate this high-octane offense while you allow Brunson and OG to rest.
Yeah. It took Josh coming into the game to, like, put these guys at ease. And it's nothing against Deuce. Like, Deuce does what Deuce does, and that's fine in certain respects. But Josh understands that, like, look, we're down Cap, we're down OG, we're down guys who can put pressure on the rim. That's what this offense requires. So what he did out there, he was relentlessly attacking the paint and creating for others out there. And that's one thing that he can do, even if the finger is hampering him. You still got legs. You could still, you still got the body. You could still use your physicality to get into the rim, collapse the defense, and then kick out for others. So, that's the Josh Hart that we're used to, man. This is the guy, when Julius went down, this is the guy who assumed that responsibility in Julius Randle's absence. Now we're down Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart did it last year. Remember when, they won that West Coast trip? Josh Hart was playing point guard out there for the Knicks. So he's doing that again this year. And, great, absolutely sensational performance by him. A great job. Miami, hey, tough team. Very tough team. They still put up 132 points.
Insane.
We got to look at the free throws, and is this becoming a trend? Orlando put a lot of pressure on the Knicks on Wednesday night or whenever they played, and now Miami's that same team. We got to see this team on Monday. They got to see Orlando again on Saturday. So the Knicks defense, they got to look at some film and see what can they do to keep these guys from, number one, getting into the paint, number two, just getting to the rim, because Miami did a great job of that tonight. And how many free throw attempts did they have tonight? They had, take a look. They had
Miami
34.
34, yeah.
Well, he gave up 33 to the Magic, and now you gave up 34 to the Heat. You got to go see the Heat again, and you see the Magic later. So something to work on. They got to keep these guys off the free throw line. I thought a lot of it was earned. Miami, just by the pace that they play, in Orlando just being a bigger physical team, they see the Knicks' weakness there. So the Knicks are going to have to shore that up because now the film is out on them.
Man, OG with these hamstrings, it seems like it's like every season now.
Yeah.
I expect it.
Yeah, me too. Every time we go up for a fast break, I'm like, slow down a little bit. But it was a great win. Question for y'all though. The next game, I think Brown should start Hart instead of Deuce. I feel like Josh is a little bit more stable as like a point where he could get everybody involved and still get his and get rebounds and all other stuff. And I feel like sometimes Deuce struggles to get past people sometimes. It seems like today, Mitchell was like really probably locking them up a little bit. And I feel like Josh do a better job at that one. So that's the first one. The second one, I think Brown should start going back to maybe start looking at Haporti again because Jabba Sully don't really. I mean, he comes in for like 4 or 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Like you could basically give that to Haporti and keep size on the court at all times. Uh, it probably makes a little bit more sense. Like I wish they go to this thing where they work with the players that's going to be on the team going forward. Because Job was only here for one season, and then it looks like he's not going to be here for half the season. They might trade him because how he playing. So that I think they should go that route.
Okay.
Last thing, I think they should give the rookie some look since OG's gone. Keep
Diawara?
Diawara? Yeah,
Yeah,
Diawara.
Yeah.
keep some
It could
size on the court.
It could certainly happen. You just never know. First, we got to see first how long OG's going to be out. I was wondering if he was going to put them in at all, either Diawara or Dadier at all tonight, but he chose to go small. And hey, when Shamet was on fire, he, Mike Brown was proven right. So not much you can do there.
Yeah, that's Sham Wow right there. I don't got nothing to say for that boy, man. All right, great win, man. I see y'all guys on Monday.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Tone. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. I see John Pettit throwing a lot of tomatoes. So Tone wants to go start Hart and get Haporti some burn. CK, what do you think, man?
I'm firmly on the Hart off the bench tribe. If I'm switching anything up, I'm going back to what he has been going with, and that's with the Shamet situation, because I feel like Mikal Bridges has been the main ball handler with the starters, even with Brunson in the lineup. But again, we don't know, the games that Mitch are out and the games that Mitch are in. But if we have Mitch and Cat in, I'm okay with going with Shamet as that starting five, and then Hart first one off the bench when Mitch sits down at that 9-minute mark, 10-minute mark. Yeah. As long as Hart's playing the minutes like he did tonight, I don't think he needs to start. I'm cool with him off the bench.
So who's your starting five then, CK?
Right now with give me Shamet, Bridges. We have OG gone. I completely forgot about that. So maybe. Oh snap! Yeah. I'm still going Deuce, bro. Yeah, give me Deuce, Landry, Mikal, Cat, Mitch as my starting five. And then when Mitch comes out at that 10-minute mark, the first one is Hart.